tipsy. She put her body on me and she keeps staring me right in my eyes. No telling what I'm gonna do. Baby, I would rather show you what you've been missing in your life. When I get inside, girl, what you drinking? Gon' let it sink in. Here for the weekend, thinking we can see what we could be if we press fast forward. Just one more round if you're down, I'm pouring. Fill another cup up, feeling on your butt. What you don't even care now. I was unaware how fine you was before my bus set in. My bus set in. Got you feeling loose, blame it on the drum. Got you in the zone, blame it on the alcohol, blame it on the alcohol, blame it on the vodka, blame it on the Henny, blame it on the blue tap. Got you feeling dizzy, blame it on the alcohol, blame it on the T-Pain. Girl, I know you feel good, just like you look. Couple more shots, you open up like a book. I ain't tripping, cause I'ma read ya. Shout it, I ain't tripping, I just wanna please ya. I'ma take a shot of the nouveau. Shout it, didn't you know what's going down? We can go and kick it like judo. You know what I mean? Shout it, got drunk, thought it all was a dream, so I made her say Now she got a hand on my legs, got my seats all wet in my ride. All over my ride. She looked me dead in the eye. Then my pants got bigger. She already knew what to figure. Had her looking at her boyfriend like blame it on the juice. Got you feeling loose. Blame it on the drum. Got you in the zone. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the vodka. Blame it on the Henny. Blame it on the blue tap. Got you feeling dizzy. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the now to the bombers popping bottles with the Henny in their cups, screaming money ain't a thing if it ain't throw it up in the sky. And hold your drinks up high. Now to my independent bombers who can buy their own bottles. If you're looking like a model, when them broke fellas how I tell them bye. Hold your drinks up high. You can blame it on the goose. Got you feeling loose. Blame it on the drum. Got you in the zone. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the vodka. Blame it on the Henny.
Pace has already got the brake sign up.
Got you feeling dizzy. Blame it on the
That's how behind we are.
I thought that sort of said,
I'm late.
Will you do me?
Drew, real quick, what's up, bud?
Hey, how you doing, man?
How are you, Drew?
I'm good. All right, my thing is, I know you want to quit on this soccer thing, but
Hey, everyone wants to talk about it. Everyone's lined up on the phone lines and in text messaging. Well, who am I to say what we're supposed to talk about? It's your show, baby.
I feel you on that one. Now, the Seattle Sounders have been around for I don't know how long, and no one ever went to a game.
Well, they did, but not nearly in the capacities that they're going now, and not nearly with the enthusiasm. However,
you're a soccer fan. I mean, they had a stadium that sat 10,000 people. They never got 10,000 people, but now you add FC to it, and now everybody's jumped on bandwagons, wearing scarves, wearing T-shirts, and doing backflips. Where was all that?
I love the backflips. It's the backflips I'll show up to see. I'll tell you, it's a horrible point.
A solid point.
Because they're playing at a real level now where you can feel the competitiveness and take on teams from like a major league sport. If the Thunderbirds were to all of a sudden become an NHL team, I would start going. If they were playing the New York Rangers on Friday night.
T-Man, if you're a fan, you're a fan. If you're packing Seahawks Stadium sits how much? I don't even know.
56.
How many Seahawks Stadium
56.
sits?
If the Seahawks all of a sudden got demoted to the CFL, everyone would drop off the map. All right?
I understand that, but you got to say at least.
Well, you can't understand that and at the same time not understand how the Seattle fans have all of a sudden got so worked up over the Sounders.
I know what his point is.
You can't say to me, I understand that if the Seahawks dropped off to the CFL that all the fans wouldn't show up at Quest Field. I get that, but then get on the Sounder fans for showing up all of a sudden now that they're in the MLS.
I'm not getting on the Sounder fans. What I'm saying
is getting on the Sounder fans.
If you can get 30,000 people Hello?
Yes.
If you can get 30,
He thought he got cut off.
40,000 people in the Seahawks Stadium, you would expect true soccer fans that at least a portion of that would have showed up for the Founder
That's
fans.
His point is it was 3,000 at Memorial Stadium.
I hear
now it's
his
56.
point.
So
I don't agree with his point.
It should have at least been like 10 or 12 at Memorial
People
or
if I ever
whatever.
heard of some. I mean, you should at least get a percentage of.
Right.
They
That's
didn't
a
even get a
huge
percentage
jump.
I love the point where he thought he got cut off. That was beautiful. Because he knows me being a good radio host as I am, should have cut him off at, you are getting it whatever I said. Cut him off right there.
Very passionate.
Drew?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the call, sir.
No problem, man.
It was nicely put, even though I don't agree with your point. A lot of people will agree with your point, and it was a nicely put argument.
You should agree with it, though. It's logic. It's not opinion. It's not emotion. It's actually concrete.
Now we're going to fight over why I should agree with your point.
I mean, if you're getting 1,500 at a game, then you get 56,000. That's pretty bandwagon.
Yeah.
1,500 at Memorial Stadium.
Get on him, Scotty, get on him.
If the Seahawks all of a sudden had a resort to being in your semi-pro league, they would be down to 1,500 overnight.
No.
If they were playing in Redmond High School, come on.
The Seahawks, I don't think so.
That would be quite a game at Redmond High School, though, I'll tell you that.
Not a lot of parking.
Hasselback back to pass.
Right. You have to park at Hartman Park across the
Listen,
street
it's
there.
all about... Well, I'm not going to go on with this. I told you the rebuttal to his point. I thought his point was very eloquently put. However, I didn't necessarily agree. All right?
I thought we were done talking about
I thought
soccer.
so too.
We're done. And I'm already late.
Okay.
I guarantee you the 9 o'clock hour will be soccer-free.
Thank you.
Let's go kick the ball in the hallway during the break. What do you say?
jeez.
Oh, you want to play now?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely want to play. I love it. So fun. Let's go kick the ball.
By the way, there's going to be a big lacrosse get-together at the Everett Event Center like in a couple of weeks or something like
I
that.
will not be there for that either.
Well,
I'm just telling you, that's a sport making a huge comeback. Or
well, I'm
whatever
telling
it is.
you that you're at the point now where you could get on that bandwagon
I
and
don't
win it.
want to be on lacrosse, man. I don't like it. It's stupid.
You want to be on a bandwagon, you know it.
I'm on plenty of bandwagons.
You feel like you're missing it.
Lacrosse, that's what I need.
Mm-hmm.
Dorks.
A little twirly stick.
Yeah, let's throw a ball at. Go cool.
Oh, jeez.
You rockin' that Cadillac. You're rockin' that Cadillac. Q93.com. Bitch, you rockin' that Cadillac.
KUBE 83 is helping you upgrade to an Escalade.
There's nothing left to say. You're rockin' that Cadillac.
The next chance to win is...
I say the same thing every single time. I say you the best. You the best. You the best. You the best. You the best I ever had. Best I ever had. Best I ever had. Best I ever had. I say you the best. You the best. You the best. You the best. Best I ever had. Best I ever had. Best I ever had. Best I ever had. I say you the
Oh yeah. See, this the type of joint you gotta dedicate to somebody. Let's make sure they that special somebody. Young Money. Yeah. Yo.
Put your hands together.
I'm really in a bad mood.
KUBE 93. Let's make it happen.
Gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't dig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. Hooked it up for later as I hit the dough. Thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go, cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. Had to stop at a red light, looking in my mirror, not a jacker in sight, and everything is alright. I got a beat from Kim, and she can all night. Called up the homies and I'm asking y'all, which part are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court and I'm troubled. Last week, the round and got a triple-double. Freaking every way like MJ. I can't believe today was a good day. tried to blast me. Saw the police and they rolled right past me. No flexing, didn't even look in a direction as I ran the intersection. Went to Show Dog's house, they was watching you on TV raps. What's the haps on the craps? Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. Roll 'em in a circle of and watch me break 'em with the 7-11, 7-11, 7 even backdoor Little Joe. I picked up the cash flow, then we played bones, and I'm yelling domino. Plus nobody I know got killed in South Central LA. Today was a good day. Left my nigga's house paid. Picked up a girl, been trying to since the 12th grade. It's ironic. I had the brew, she had the chronic. The Lakers beat the Supersonics. I felt on the big fat fanny. Pulled out the jammy and killed the Pooh nanny. And my runs deep, so deep, so deep. Put her ass to sleep. Woke her up around 1. She didn't hesitate to call Ice Cube the top gun. Drove her to the pad and I'm coasting. Took another sip of the potion, hit the 3-wheel motion. I was glad everything had worked out. Dropped her ass off and then chirped out. Today was like one of those fly dreams. Didn't even see a berry flashing those high beams. No helicopter looking for a murder. 2 in the morning, got the fat burger. Even saw the lights of the Goodyear blimp, and it read Ice Cube's a pimp. Drunk as hell, but no throwing up. Halfway home, and my pager's still blowing up. Today I didn't even have to use my AK.
Is that right?
I gotta say it was a good day.
Well, that certainly would be the criteria. One of the benefits of having Karen W. Wild, KB Wild, here in the studio is that, like just happened during this past break, we get some interesting little tidbits of what it's like to be music director of a major radio station in this country. Like we just heard her say a few seconds ago, we were off the air. She got a text message from one of the record label heads. Which record label was it? Just
J Records.
J.
Yeah, Clive Davis's label.
So he used to own Arista.
Is he alive still?
Yes, he's
still making it happen. And he's still relevant to some extent. And J Records, which is owned by who?
Well, they're part of the Sony. They're part of the Sony umbrella.
They're under the Sony umbrella. All right. Someone at J Records just sent you a text message saying, hey, Karen, you'll have the new Whitney single before the end of
at 2 p.m.
At 2 p.m. today, before the end of the business day.
It's called $1 Million Bill.
It's called I Will Always Love You Part 2.
And my
$1 Million Bill.
My question is, and the first thing I asked you when you told me you just got that text was, will anyone in the Cube 93 listening audience care? And you thought about it for a couple of seconds, and you couldn't help but respond by saying you didn't think so.
No.
But I hear Alicia Keys is the writer of the song. Does that help at all?
She wrote it, and her scandalous boyfriend, Swiss Beats, produced it.
Kind of detracts. But the fact that that Alicia Keys wrote the song, does that help any of the Cube listeners as far as an interest level to hear this song that is dropping this afternoon on this radio station? I mean, we're not going to play it, are we? You're not going to. We get it at 2 o'clock. Is this radio rep think we're going to play it by 2:30 or something?
They're hoping.
They're hoping, but he realistically, is it a he or a she?
It's a he.
So he texts you saying, hey, you'll have the new Whitney cut. You'll be one of the first in the country to have it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they all say that to everyone.
Yeah.
But he's probably being right and accurate and saying you'll be one of the first to have it by 2 o'clock today.
Right.
Does he realistically expect that we'll be playing it before the end of the week?
Well, I mean, I think by this, of course, it's amazing to hear that Alicia Keys wrote it. She makes beautiful songs.
He knows we're today's hit music. Does he think that this fits into the criteria of today's hit music?
It's his job to hope.
It's his job to hope. Okay, I agree that he has the hope.
Yeah.
But my next question, my follow-up is, does he realistically expect, will he be shocked if he finds out tomorrow morning that we played it at 2:30?
If we play it, he will be shocked.
He'll be shocked.
Yeah.
So he knows realistically that we ain't playing it.
Well, here's my thing. Swiss Beats.
But I think we should play it.
You do?
Well, you know, I'm an old Whitney fan, so that's me, you know. I'm wondering, what the average Cube listener in the range of 18 to 22-year-old range thinks, and they could care less, right? I mean, that was why it was my question. Does anyone care?
He had me at Alicia Keys because she writes beautiful music, and Whitney has a beautiful voice.
Mm-hmm.
But he lost me at Swiss Beats because Swiss Beats' songs typically only do well on the East Coast, not here.
And that's why I said Swiss Beats kind of detracts from the Alicia Keys angle that I was throwing at you.
Because people like beats before they like lyrics.
All right, let me do a quick little lightning poll. Karen just got a text. These are things we don't get when Terry Free's sitting in the chair, although Terry is hoping to be back tomorrow.
Yeah, she might be back tomorrow.
Yes, and you go on vacation this weekend, so I don't know what we do next week if Terry's mom hopefully doesn't take a turn for the worse. But Terry's expecting right now to be back tomorrow. But this is kind of the benefits amongst the others, amongst the other obvious two stand out in particular, that we get when Karen B. Wild is here in the studio. And that is, we got this text from the record label in real-time fashion that the Whitney cut is going to be here at the station by 2 o'clock. Does anyone out there listening give a freaking crap?
I mean, she might be the first 45-year-old to ever get played on the station if we were to play it, right?
And she is the queen of R&B. I mean, she is one of the best-selling. She is one of the few women that you really can count on one hand that is the biggest star of all stars.
I'm going to look
her, Mariah, Madonna, those are the big three. I mean, who else? Babs? I mean, come on. She's obviously not R&B, but I'm just talking about overall musical. Celine Dion. Okay, those are the top five as far as female acts in the history of music. It's Celine Dion.
Elton John. Oh, he's a man.
It's
close.
Celine Dion. Why do I feel like you weren't joking when you said that? It's Celine Dion.
I don't know about Barbra Streisand.
Whitney Houston.
But yeah, I know what you're saying. Maybe Cher.
Well,
as far as radio, as far as musical sales go.
I don't think you put Cher on that top tier. I don't think Cher musically belongs on that top tier of star of stars.
Okay.
Whitney Houston is one of the world's best-selling music artists.
Oh, are you sure?
She's sold over 140 million albums.
Hey, you don't have to read the Wikipedia page for me to know who she is.
She's the fourth best-selling female artist in the United States.
Really? I didn't think she would be as low as 4. She's the fourth best-selling. I thought she'd be higher than that. She's the fourth best-selling female artist in the history of the music world.
In the U.S.
In the U.S. Well, who beats her overseas?
Mariah, Madonna, overseas.
Well, who beats her? The top three is probably Mariah number 1. Madonna number 2.
So Celine's probably 2, Madonna 3. I bet Celine's 2.
All right, well, let me go on the phones real quick. 421-9393, as you just heard.
What's the question?
She got the text message. The question is very simply...
Do you care?
Do you care? Exactly.
Finally, somebody gets to say it and it makes sense on radio.
Barbra Streisand, Madonna, Mariah.
Come on.
That's the list?
Yeah.
Of best-selling artists?
The females.
Best-selling female acts in the history of the music world are Barbara number 1. I told you Barbara belongs there. Barbara number 1, Mariah number 2.
No, Madonna, then Mariah.
As far as overall sales.
U.S., yeah.
And then Whitney's 4th. Who's 5th?
And yet, number 1, as far as overall number 1 hits, Celine is now Dion. Mariah.
Yeah, we nailed it. We got the top 5. How about that?
It was really difficult. Anyway.
It's kind of difficult.
You're very impressed with yourself.
I had Carol Channing for there.
206. Someone's like, you're married to her. 206.
Someone did say that one.
All right, listen. I also got Mariner tickets, by the way.
Oh, God. Hello, Dolly.
Mariners are having a big singles night on Saturday night. So if you're single and ready to put on your Mariners garb and mingle.
I went last year. It was fun.
My only advice for a Mariners single night is stay away from the garlic fries.
It almost sounds like...
Good point.
All right, just checking.
You got to win those rally fries.
No, stay away from the garlic fries if you're single.
It almost sounded like in your tone of voice that you were surprisingly shocked that you were caught off guard with how much fun it turned out to be.
I didn't know what to expect. I'm really shy in big social situations like that.
But you went to Mariners single. You are a single woman.
I am.
But you're not going to go this weekend because you'll be out of town.
Correct.
But the Mariners single night is this Saturday night, and I got 5 pairs of tickets. I'll give a couple away today and then a few tomorrow.
Okay.
But right now, it's just a basic, quick little lightning poll of do you care that one of the greatest selling historic acts in music history has the first single from her new album. She's obviously trying to make a little resurgence.
Bodyguard 2.
Her album comes out September 1st. So
this time.
On the clock right now.
Whitney Houston's new album is coming out in a couple of months, right?
No, September 1st.
Oh, couple weeks then.
Yeah.
Coming out in a month. And her first single is going to be here at 2 p.m. today. Does anyone care at all who's listening right now?
I still want to dance with somebody.
But then again, our audience reaches wider spectrums than the average Cube 93 listener through the rest of the day.
That is true.
We have a lot of listeners from all kinds of...
Broke Paulas of the world.
Yeah, we have older, we have younger, we have, as far as ethnicity, crosses all, like, spectrums of formats. We have people that listen to us in the morning and then listen to country and all kinds of different types of people. So this may be a different lightning poll than you would take if, like, you did this same lightning poll on Eddie's night show.
Right.
Because
would definitely
I guarantee you no one would care if Eddie did this lightning poll.
Play the new Soulja Boy. That's what they would say.
Dwight, you're on the air. Do you care?
A guy named Dwight cares.
Absolutely not. Whitney's too old. Peace out.
Does not care. Is not going to be sitting around thinking at 2:30 you may be able to hear Whitney's cut first and before anyone.
But also, you have to keep in mind, when Whitney was in her heyday, guys didn't care. A guy named Dwight's not going to care about Whitney in her heyday.
He didn't want to dance with somebody?
Of course not.
He didn't want to feel the heat with somebody?
I read the email wrong. It's 2 p.m. Eastern time, so I'm getting it at 11.
So we'll have it at 11.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the excitement is building that much more.
They got to push forward 3 hours. Holy crap.
Shannon, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, absolutely, I care.
You care,
as long as she sticks to ballads.
If Swiss Beats is producing, it's probably not a ballad.
I guess the next question would then be, Shannon, how old are you?
I am 38.
38. Okay, obviously she's a fan from the heyday then.
It's called $1 Million Bill. I don't think it's going to be a slow jam.
$1 Million Bill and Swiss Beats equals something up-tempo.
That equals club song.
She's trying to get it into the clubs.
Yeah.
I mean, Whitney's smart enough to know that she's not going to be relevant in the clubs.
Wrong. Hit the button. Did you watch her show?
She thinks she can...
Hell to the no.
She lives on Planet Whitney.
She thinks that some club DJ is going to stick it on and all of a sudden the club is going to go crazy. She really thinks
Whitney
that.
frickin' Houston. Of course she thinks that.
She knows that the calendar, if she reads it correctly, says 2009. And yet she still thinks she's going to be relevant in the clubs at this point.
She is Whitney frickin' Houston. Of course she thinks that.
Coppertone.
What's up, baby?
Do you care?
Come on, man. You got to show Whitney some love.
Do you care?
Finally, it makes sense.
Paying homage for a guy who's long since been fired over the past number of months.
But now he's a wine expert.
Do you care?
Definitely. You got to show Whitney some love.
How old are you, Coppertone?
I'm 34.
I know you text all the time. Okay, so that's what we're getting right now. We're getting the 30-something listeners that care. Obviously, I would expect the 30-somethings to care. But anyone under 28, I don't think really gives one freaking crap about the fact that you got this text.
Sad to say. Especially if she's trying to be a relevant club act.
Cindy.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy. What do I take a shot here? What do you think?
Do you care, Cindy?
I absolutely care.
You duly care.
Yes.
And if you're a day under 40, I'll be shocked. How old are you, Cindy?
I am 43.
43, and she cares like the Dickens.
Love her. Seen her in concert twice, and she is so relevant today.
Her 2002 album was horrible. It did brutal.
But you realize the average listener to the station through the entire day is a little bit younger than you, right, Cindy?
That's correct.
I mean, we still have listeners of your age through the day, but not as many as...
Not as many, T-Man, but you'll be surprised at how many 40s in their 40s are listening to your show.
Right. Oh, I know, listen to this show. But let me ask you this follow-up question now. If you hear Whitney's song later today, Karen, you're going to hear it for the first time too, right? You haven't heard any previews or anything, or have
nothing,
you?
not at all.
Let's say you hear this cut later today, and you're surprisingly shocked. Well, let me ask you this: if you listen to it and it's really good, will you be shocked? Will you be surprised? Are you expecting to hear some real lame past her time crap?
I don't expect anything lame from her, but I'm a little disappointed that she's taking this route with it.
She has to, because she's not going to get on the station doing what she did before.
If she makes a beautiful ballad, I don't know if we can avoid it. If it's a beautiful, and it makes kind of sense. I mean, we still play Mariah. We still play Mary J. when they make ballads that make sense for our format.
Mary J., we play her when she plays something up-tempo, too.
Yeah.
And Mary J. is giving her hope that you can work out something up-tempo and get on a KUBE-like station.
Mary J.'s on 45.
So now that you know it's an up-tempo, or we're likely to hear something up-tempo from Whitney in her first cut that she's releasing later today, if you hear it and you're like, whoa, this is pretty good. Will that surprise you? Will that catch you off guard? Yes.
Yeah, because
you're expecting to hear
the Swiss Beats thing. I'm just like, oh God, why him?
You're expecting to hear a pile.
Why him? Yeah.
Expecting it to be a pile.
I'm expecting it to be overproduced.
But shouldn't
and
you go in
it
with
doesn't fit her at all.
Yeah, but as a music director, you should go in with an open mind.
Yeah, she will.
Give them a fair. No, but she's saying she's going in expecting it's going to suck. It's
all
going
right.
to be overproduced.
Well, let me now ask a follow-up to the follow-up. If you hear it and you're surprisingly impressed, you're taken off guard with how surprisingly good it seems, will you then consider playing it,
Of
seeing
course.
that you're the music director?
No, of course.
But even if it's good, she's still a 45-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
How old is she?
45.
She's 45. Do you feel like it has to be better than good for you to play it because you don't typically play 45-year-old artists on the station?
It's not that. If it's a hit that makes sense for this radio station, we're playing it.
But it's got to be better than good for it to be a hit for this radio station because we only, let's be honest, play the hit of the hits, and we only play in heavy rotation. We only play 10, less than 10 songs.
I mean, we're playing this Eminem. We're playing this Eminem. It's a diss record from a blog that's not a song, and we're playing.
Oh, that's huge.
And it's our #1 most requested song. If it's good and people love it, then we're playing it.
Matt, you're on the air.
Yes, sir. I could give a rip.
You could give a rip.
And I'm 30.
And you're 30.
That means don't care, right? Okay.
Kendra is 21. Do you care or not? Is this Kendra or what's your name?
Oh, Miranda.
Karanda, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I care. I think Whitney is an amazing artist, especially when she's in her prime. And as long as she doesn't use any auto-tune, I think she should be pretty good. I'm so sick of the auto-tune. As a musician, I don't think it's relevant.
All right, so you're 21 years old, and you got your fingers crossed that it's good, so you might hear it get some major airplay.
Yes,
Is that pretty much...
I'm hoping that it's good, yes.
You're hoping that it's good, but you're kind of expecting it...
I'm kind of doubting it, because Swiss Beats, he's producing it, and I mean, I love Alicia Keys. I think she's super talented, and Whitney's super talented, but I feel like there's going to be some kind of auto-tune on it.
But, Alicia Keys is more of the writer of ballads than she is something up-tempo, so that kind of counters your theory that...
But she does do up-tempo records, too.
Who? Alicia Keys?
Yeah.
But her best stuff is...
She does write really good up-tempo records.
How can I come out of an up-tempo record?
It's called a million.
Dedication.
It's called $1 Million Bill. That makes me very nervous.
Candace, you're on the air. Yes.
I'm going to talk about a dog dying.
I'm 30 years old, and I'm serious. I listened to Whitney as a kid with my mom, but nowadays...
You never felt her?
Care.
Well,
Never felt her.
Never felt her back in the day, or you did, or you just...
Back in the day, she was good, but, now, she's not going to have anything that anyone's going to care about.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I kind of lean towards your way of thinking that this is going to flop. And she'll probably blame a lot of people like Michael Jackson did when his later records flopped.
She'll blame the record company.
But you know what? Even if it does flop, he was still Michael Jackson, and she's still going to be Whitney.
Yeah. You can't take away what they've done in their careers.
It's not going to detract from who they are.
Right.
I know they're all hoping to...
But you got to know who you are.
Never let the dream die. Just because this album is probably more likely to fail than succeed is not going to take away from the legacy.
No, of course not, but you have to know who you are. I mean, you have to know, like, the hot pop music stations aren't going to be playing your music.
Swiss Beats is most famous for the beats he did for DMX, if that says anything to you.
I was a big DMX fan back in the day.
But Whitney Houston.
Don't gonna make me lose my mind. Are you kidding me?
DMX beats.
Mm-hmm. Up in here?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe you look at AC/DC in their 60s who sold 500,000 in the first week or whatever. Maybe that's your inspiration.
All right. Well, there you go. There's a lot more acts than AC/DC that are putting out albums right now that tear it up in the first week.
Yeah.
All right. Kiss still is doing their tour, putting on the makeup at age 65.
Selling out everywhere they go.
Mm-hmm. So there you have it. At 11 a.m., we'll all be hanging around, wondering whether the next song on the radio station is going to be the new Whitney.
So is it your call or is it you and Eric's call? I mean, like, could you say, no, Eric?
Eric has the final say.
Oh, why do you give him that kind of clout?
Yeah.
No, he does.
You can't walk into his little office and demand.
He respects my opinion. If I come to him and I'm like, oh my God, you have to hear this record, it's amazing.
You're not hired for your opinion. You have to make decisions.
Listen,
right?
at 11:15, you can play You're a Jerk, or you can play the new Whitney. What are you going to do?
Shelly, get rid of Your Jerk. Put this Whitney in now.
What if you absolutely what if you love the new Whitney and Eric hates it?
I'll tell you what. Tell the guy who
then
texts
we have
you.
our arguments.
Text back to the guy who texts you and say, if he can get it here before 10 o'clock, I'll play it.
Oh,
and I'm not going into Eric's office. All right?
Okay.
Fire up your little phone right now.
Tell him to email it to...
Tell him just let him know that. And I'm serious. If he can get it here before 9:45, because let's be honest, I'm gone by then. If he can get it here before 9:45... then that's his really only shot of getting it on Cube 93, because I can guarantee you if it gets here after 9:45, Eric and you ain't playing it.
Okay.
Eric will be using it for a door opener.
I'll play it before even listening to it.
Okay.
So you guys are going to sit down and listen to it and make sure it makes sense.
You're going to play it blind?
I'm going to play it blind.
What if she swears in it?
I don't...
It's effing Whitney, bitch. probably not going to hear that, huh?
I'm sure they'll give us the radio edit.
Okay, good.
All right? So you're typing away right now. What kind of phone do you have there? BlackBerry?
It's a BlackBerry Storm, the touchscreen one.
Mm-hmm. I'm so impressed.
La-di-da.
Hotty-toddy. All right, so you're firing it back at him, and maybe he'll run around his little record company right now. And
you can probably email it. Right? He's going to email it to you, right?
Yeah, the MP3 it.
If he does MP3 it to you, can we get it on before 9:45?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then we'll put the song on, too.
I told him he has 15 minutes to get me the song to get it played live.
Don't tell him that. Tell him way less than 15 minutes.
Yeah, tell him to get it
Oh,
here.
they don't play. This is what? You're going to play my record?
I guarantee I will play it if he gets it here before 9:41.
Wow, I'm interested, too.
If he can get it here in the next 12 minutes,
okay,
it'll be played. If he gets it here like the time he's scheduled to get it here at 11 o'clock, he's got no shot. Let him know that.
He's in New York, too, so.
Yeah. Tell him this is a T-Man favor, and I expect a little, as the record companies have done through the years, a little favor in return. No, I'm not.
Whoa, careful.
Bend over.
No, I'm not interested at all. I'm just doing this out of the goodness.
This is your homage to Whitney because you're a fan.
Yeah, out of the goodness of my Whitney heart. You heard me on the day after Michael Jackson died.
Yes.
Give the greatest tribute that any radio host could ever do to the man that I grew up not only appreciating and being a fan of, but almost on the borderline of like worshiping as a fan. I loved Michael, and when he died, I went and poured my heart and soul out on the radio the next day.
Yeah.
This is what I can do for Whitney.
Okay. We'll see how serious he is about his record.
Yes.
If he wants to get it played.
Nah, Karen, I was kidding. It's a turd, man. You know what? What if you get that back?
I don't want to embarrass Whitney like that.
All right. Please don't play it. Begging you.
Did you hit send yet?
I did. It's gone.
All right. Yeah. We'll see how close he is to his phone or whatever.
Yeah.
These guys better be at all
I'm
times.
sure he sits on his phone all day long.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Extra vibrate.
Now I'm interested to see if we get it that quick.
I know.
We know you're tired of what you hear in the morning. Ladies, you toss and turn and see the same thing next to you.
Get the hell out of here.
It's time you wake up.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're waking up this morning.
To a new man in the morning. Yeah! The T-Man. Every weekday from 6 to 10 a.m.
Live on the air.
Loud noises!
KUBE 93.
Now when you switch to Verizon, you'll get an unbelievable deal.
Hey, this is kind of a big deal, like one of the biggest ever. Can you make your voice bigger?
Well, what makes it so great?
When you sign up for Fios, you get 3 amazing, awesome services for the price of 2. That's razor-sharp TV, blazing fast internet, and crystal clear phone for the amazing low price of just $79.99 a month.
Wow, that is a big deal.
Hey, closer.
When Verizon brings fiber optics straight to your home.
In that sexy voice.
Yes.
Is a very masculine sound, let's be honest.
Yes, no doubt.
That very throaty, like cosmic sound that she has, Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
And
a lot of singers have that. Like Mariah Carey has that voice.
Oh, well,
she does.
Yeah, definitely has the raspiness. It's amazing. It's amazing listening to Mariah Carey talk to then be able to realize how great she has sung through the years. Because if you were to hear her just speak and never heard her sing, you'd be like, that girl can't sing.
Right.
Or she sings like It's a Wonderful World guy.
Right. Yeah, she's got a very
Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong.
See?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you'd picture coming out of it.
Right. You wouldn't picture the range and the high C's and the Hawaiian punch and all that stuff.
Yeah, both good.
But if you're just waking up this morning, the reason we are now very hyper-focused on this concert, what is it called?
Glastonbury.
Glastonbury?
Yes.
And it's not like a charity, like a Farm Aid concert. It's just a money-making festival.
It's a money-making festival, yes.
Where tons of acts get together in England, and she was part of the lineup. And the video that is now up on the tmanshow.com has taken the speculation that Lady Gaga is a hermaphrodite to levels beyond anywhere it has been in the past. There has been, since her meteoric rise to major prominence in the entertainment world, there has been that underlying speculation, the major rumors floating around, but that's all these things ever are, just rumors that she's got a schlong, she's a hermaphrodite, this, that, and the other thing. Well, this now is the first bit of video evidence, the first bit of video proof that's going to take that speculation and ramp it up.
Oh, yes.
Just to the levels where we now can really have a lot of fun here because, the video is up on the tmanshow.com. All I could do for you is play the audio. I could put the video on the split screen on your radio. That'd be on the bottom half of your radio right now. But
right down there by the charger.
You're probably better off going to the tmanshow.com and watching it on your own time because, radio shows, it's more of an audio thing. So I can play the audio for you, but at around 1:10 to 1:15 of the video, she gets off the bike that she's on, like a mopedish, motorcycle. I don't know what exactly it is.
Vespa.
And she walks around. When she walks around the backside of that bike, her skirt comes up. And there's something there. I don't know how to explain it, Terry. I don't know what to necessarily call it. Just really big lips or oversized clitoris.
Really?
Oh, boy.
How about that?
Or
very oversized.
many will say that is clearly, to go along with her very masculine, raspy sound, that is clearly a schlong.
Yeah.
Schlong.
Well, and you can notice that when she's getting ready to get off, she kind of pulls down her skirt so that
She points out she has no panties on.
Yeah,
and she
and
does
then-
not.
yeah.
You gotta love that, no matter what she's got under there.
Yeah, but even a woman wouldn't want to show her private parts. I mean, even any woman who doesn't have a wiener wants to pull her skirt down doesn't mean anything.
Right, but
if she's trying to keep under wraps, trying to hide anything, you certainly think she wouldn't leave the house without drawers on, right?
Right.
I think if I had both genitalias, I'd be extra cautious about walking around in a skirt with no underwear.
Well,
Yes.
she's got, first off, the shortest skirt in the history of skirts on, and then second of all, no underwear.
Right.
All right.
Right, so I think you'd be extra cautious if you had both.
Even when she
Absolutely
tries
you
to
are.
pull it down, there's nothing to pull down.
Right. No, I agree.
So go to theTmanShow.com and watch the video. But in the meantime, I'll play the audio until you can get to the website. And here is Lady Gaga on stage talking to the rowdy crowd of fans who are very much loving seeing her in the flesh, Terry, and doing her thing.
How are you, my little monsters?
Show us your little monster.
Are you having a good time?
Listen to her. She hires. That's just her cosmic.
No, she has like this weird kind of hippie vibe to her.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah, the way she talks. She's kind of out there, if you've ever heard
But
her
she
talk.
plays everything up, right? I mean, she's...
no, Karen said she's like that because she hung out with her for a day.
Right. She was in the studio.
She's not overdoing her own voice?
She said that she's really kind of out there.
Right.
Like floating on a cloud somewhere.
But I know people who interpreted it as overly cocky and rude when they met her in this industry that we're in. Like, a lot of radio people like to be stroked, even by the artists that come in, and she was kind of standoffish and just like chip on her shoulder-ish, or just very confident. It depends how you want to interpret it.
Mm-hmm.
And some people got rubbed the wrong way. Like, I don't remember who I was talking to, but someone who works here said they met her. I wasn't here when she was here, but she was here like over the past couple months.
Right.
And people were like, "Oh, she's just way too cocky. Screw her."
Really?
You know, like that kind of attitude. Yeah.
Right.
But I guarantee you I wouldn't have seen it that way. But that's the way a lot of people like. Yes.
Yeah, I wonder.
Interesting play on words this morning.
How are you, my little monsters?
Yes.
Are you having a good time? Me too. You know, I was thinking before about my favorite festival experience. Because I know exactly how you all feel right now. You're covered in mud.
Breathing all heavy here.
You know, she's running around singing, you know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
She's laying on a bike at this point.
Yeah, well, she's tired.
Come on, get yourself in game shape.
Squishing her wiener, laying on the bike.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that can take a lot of a person. Trust me.
Might hurt a little bit there.
All right, so here's the deal. For those who may have already gotten to the TManShow.com or those who have seen this video and you want to call and give your interpretation of what the hell is going on under Lady Gaga's skirt.
What's going
This is
on?
the definite ramp up from what's in CJ's purse. What?
A brush.
What is going on under Lady Gaga's skirt as you see it through your own eyes? Your interpretation. If the video is up on the TManShow.com, I want to hear from the people who count out there. It's a Friday morning. I want to hear from the listeners. Eventually, I'll open the phone lines up to anything you want to talk about. But for right now, if you want to give us your impressions, if you want to give us your interpretation of what the hell's happening there. I mean, I watched it a number of times, and you can't be sure necessarily either way, but there's something going on
Well,
there.
yeah, something pops out that doesn't belong.
Doesn't really typically happen when you take a peek under a woman's skirt.
Right.
At the least, she's got a really big vagina.
Must be.
And at the
That does
most...
not look like
No,
any
it doesn't
vagina
because
I've
it
ever-
actually
you're
kind
saying
of falls out.
You're saying it's It's a dilly.
It's something that should not be
She's
there.
got a weenus.
She's hiding a cheese burrito up there for later or something. I don't know what it is. It doesn't look right.
I agree.
All right,
I've seen it too.
206-421-9393. That's the number to call. I want to take some calls on this. 206-421-9393.
Because I know exactly how you all feel right now.
Because I have both male and female body parts, so I know how you all
Yeah,
feel.
she can relate to everybody.
Mm-hmm. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Because I know exactly how you all feel right now. You're covered in mud. And you're sweating.
Yes! But people are going to go to concerts cheer to everything that
I
the
know
artist
they
says.
do.
Covered in mud! Yeah!
How about what you call them, monsters?
I know.
Mud.
I am a monster. Yeah.
Call us monsters again!
Chicago, we love
People are
you.
funny, man.
Dana Carvey has a whole comedy routine on that.
Oh, yeah?
Anything that a rock star or anything that a concert performer says on stage, people will just lap up as if it's the greatest thing anyone's ever said.
Never heard, yeah.
Long time ago, there were a lot of people. Yeah!
That's true.
But that was a long time ago.
And you smell.
Yes, we smell. Yes.
Jeez.
Man.
Half the time you can't even understand what they're saying at concerts, and people still scream.
I know.
You never understand what Eddie Vedder said.
I
ever.
smell the worst right here, Lady Gaga.
Because I know exactly how you all feel right now. You're covered in mud. And you're sweaty. And you smell.
Smell.
No one has ever received the criticism that they smell better than these concert goers.
Right, this
Yeah, but
crowd.
they're Europeans, man. They all smell
No,
alike.
you're right. They do. They don't shower.
No.
All right, well, walk up to anyone today and tell them they smell and see if they go, yeah, I smell, yes.
Probably me. But it's different in Europe. They don't wear deodorant.
Yeah, but they
all
don't like
stink.
to hear that they don't think they smell, though. Let me go to Cameron. You're on the air. Hello.
You smell. I know.
I think that she does have a penis.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, he sounds funny.
And I think that she, off the audio that I heard now,
Yeah.
I just now thought about it overnight, and I think that she is high.
She's high?
Yeah.
So this is more than just a cosmic sound she's going with. Do you think on stage she's high there?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of acts reach their best levels, I guess, when they are under the influence of something. You are aware of that or no? Not that we condone that, of course.
Right.
No, but it's true.
Yeah.
Well, I asked Hotshot, our resident drug expert, and I asked him if he thinks that on stage there it sounds like she is high, and he said, no, that's just her sound. He doesn't think she's high.
I mean, she might be a little drunk.
I have to defer to him.
She doesn't seem super high to me.
Did you see the video, Cameron, or no?
Yeah.
You did? Did you look, not the part where she first gets off the bike, when she walks around the bike? You see what I'm saying? Like around the 110, 112. I don't know what number on the clock it is for the video, but around like from 110 to 120, somewhere in there, she gets off the bike, then walks around it, and you see under her skirt, there's something going on there of a serious nature.
Yeah.
All right, Cameron's a little bit of shock. So let's go to...
He's
I've never seen one. That's not what I thought a girl's skirt would look like.
Preswell. Preswell
Jackson.
What's up, Preswell?
What's up,
Sounds
man?
like a president.
I seen the video.
Yes, so what can I do for you?
Yeah.
What can you tell us about your interpretation of the video?
I think she's a guy, and I think she's high, man.
You think she's a guy who's high?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said, I think she's a guy, and I think she's hot.
Oh.
First.
No, he says, I think she's a guy, and I think she's high. But
Got it.
And you're in your car now, so how'd you watch the video?
I watched it on YouTube.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah, it is on YouTube. It's everywhere. But I made it easier on people, and I put it on the tmanshow.com so that you don't have to, look too hard.
Right.
Oh, it is. It's,
Whoa, easy, yeah.
So,
I'm on the road. I'm on the road right now, headed to Seattle.
See, I watched it. I watched it a few times, Preswell, and I don't know how you could be so definitive. I don't know how you could be so dogmatic about it. I mean, there's something going on there. That's clear. There's something that doesn't belong in that area, but you can't say with the certainty that you're saying, oh, yeah, she's got her schlong. Let's all move on now. You can't say it like that with that much certainty, right or wrong? You're that convinced?
You're right. I think she's just a female Milli Vanilli. She's falsified.
Nah, she's a good singer.
No, she has talent.
She has an
There's no
amazing
doubt about it.
And
I asked Karen Wilde, who knows talent. She's been in the music industry. She does know the stars from the Hacks, and she's been in the industry 13 years now, and she has seen the one hit wonders and the flash in the pan artists, and she's seen the one that has staying power. And she said 3 years from now she's going to be bigger than she is now, and I believe her, and I believe that.
She'll be D-Light. Groove is on the heart.
And I think that you're wrong.
Yeah, she's got a pretty good voice.
She's got major talent, a good voice. She's got a lot of appeal. She's got a lot of star qualities to go along with her talent. She's got the whole. She's got the whole package.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because she was writing for people before she.
No, she was working long and hard on songs. You know
Oh my gosh, you guys really? I know.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the balls to make it in this business.
Oh, jeez. Every inch of it. Jeff, you're on the air.
I haven't seen the video yet, but could it be possibly be a tampon?
Whoa!
It's a family
no.
show. You can't be saying tampon. Oh, just,
whoa!
No, it's clearly not. It's flesh-colored. It's
the wrong size. I'm no expert.
That's an awfully big thingy. If that's a.
Mm-hmm. That would be the biggest maxi.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's not. That clearly is what it's not. All right. We don't know for sure what it is.
Right.
We could tell you by looking at the video what it's not. It's not her just having a monthly moment. No. All right. Tony, you're on the air. Hello, Tony.
Hello.
What's
How
up,
you doing, T?
Pretty good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good.
What can I do for you?
I know exactly what that is in that picture.
Uh-oh.
All right, Tony, but before you tell us, let me just set it up again one more time. The speculation. I don't know if people really felt the tangible speculation because it's been out there, but it hasn't been humongous. It hasn't been like,
you haven't seen it.
Geez,
it hasn't overtaken just everything that she is and will be. I mean, there's been some mild talk under the radar when it comes to Lady Gaga that she may be a hermaphrodite. There's been rumors, but now this video has surfaced.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just got to ramp up based on and it has on YouTube, and it's going to just get even bigger and bigger.
Wow.
Tony, you saw the video.
I saw the video.
And what can you tell us?
I'm confirming that it's a stick.
You're confirming that it's a what?
It's a big stick. It's a penis.
Oh yeah, there you go.
All right, I thought, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cute girl.
Yes.
But from the waist down, it's a confirmation.
And
there's
been large debates over even just that. Is she cute? Is she not? Is she pretty? Is she not?
She
is
has
she
her moments,
ugly?
I think.
Is she attractive? There hasn't been any real true consensus on any of those questions.
I like her style and her talent make her a little hotter.
A lot of people agree she's sexy,
yeah,
but in what way? No one really has a definitive determination on what she really is. On the simplest questions, is she pretty or not? That hasn't even been answered. Is she a butterface?
Well, I don't think she's a butterface.
The actresses, she's not pretty. But for what she does, I think she's a pretty cute girl.
When you first said it was a stick, I mean, I've even considered that maybe she's trying to ramp up the publicity she's getting by all the speculation that she's a hermaphrodite, and maybe she put a prop down there. But what you were saying was, you saw the video, and, I mean, do you realize the statement you're making? There really aren't many people, if any, certainly none that I know of, that are females that have male body parts like that. And you're saying she's one of them.
Yeah, she gets off that bike and tries to pull that thing down. You could tell that's a moment she was not wanting at all.
Yeah.
But then why would she go pantyless? If that's a moment she doesn't want, then why would she...
She's very free-spirited, that's for sure.
But you can't be both. You can't be free-spirited and then have this self-conscious moment about pulling it down to protect
like I
people
said,
from seeing
even
stuff.
if she was just a woman, didn't have a wiener, she'd pull it down. I mean, it doesn't mean she wants people to see her genitalia anyway.
Right.
Any woman would pull their skirt
You're
down.
conscious of that,
Right.
even though you know that you're...
Oh, I don't have a
nothing.
wiener, so everyone can look. Have a look. Who wants to look?
Yeah, plenty of women go out there every day.
She wasn't pulling her skirt down to hide her weenus. She was kind of pulling her skirt down because that's what women do.
Right.
That's right.
Her private area.
That is her private area.
I see.
Right. And then it just kind of fell out. So.
But I have got on record now a number of times saying there's no way to have anything close to 100% certainty as to what you're seeing there. You feel like you are 100% certain that she has a wiener.
That's how I feel. Obviously, it's not concrete evidence, but very close. Very close.
All right. Pretty close to 100%, he's saying.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Let me go to Daniel. Daniel's waiting. Yes, Daniel.
Hey, G-Man, how's it going?
How are you, sir?
Man, I got a big problem.
Uh-oh.
What's your problem, Daniel?
I'm wondering if it makes me gay if I still think Lady Gaga's hot.
You saw the video, you feel confident like the last caller does as to what's going on there, and you still feel like she's as hot as ever?
Oh, I'd still go for it.
That's your inner struggle right now?
Yep, I'm really contemplating in my mind. Man.
Well, I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, amongst other things. So you feel like the last caller. You saw the video. Mm-hmm. You feel like as close to 100% certain that something major is going on down there, if not feeling confident there's an outright schlong in her world, and yet you're as turned on as ever.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And he wonders if he should feel weird about that. Only you can answer that. Only you and your therapist and your clergy person, who I'm sure you'll have a nice intimate moment with. Anyway, Daniel, I can't answer that for you, okay?
But that is a good little question. I'm sure a couple of guys out there who think that she is hot, and then all of a sudden
No, it's not a good question. If he was in love with Chris Brown, he'd be gay. She looks like a woman.
Right, but
I don't think he has anything to worry about.
But
Chris Brown is way more feminine than Lady Gaga right now.
But what he's saying is that, I mean, because, he confirms, he feels that is a little bit of a male part, and does that make him kind of...
The fact that he's twisting his own nipples right now?
Yeah,
Is this video from this year, by the way? Is it
this video is like from a couple weeks ago, I think. This video is from a concert that took place within, I think, the past 10 days, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's this year's festival.
This is this year's festival. Lady Gaga, as we speak, is on a world tour. She's making stops in all kinds of European and many a country, and she is knocking it out of the park from what the reports are based on her performing abilities. But this is a whole new conversation piece, if you will.
I mean, you knew it was all going to come to a head at one point.
Yes. And it is certainly arising. And
yes, it is.
Here's the audio again.
How are you, my little monsters?
You should talk!
Are you having a good time? Me too.
And the real girly girls of the world, Terry, don't speak in this kind of tone.
How are you doing, my little monsters?
Oh, well, you have no problem.
You're having a good time.
Actually, you'd have to raise your voice. You'd have to...
Go up a little bit?
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
Just to,
Rise on my own?
I was thinking before about my favorite festival experience. Because I know exactly how you all feel right now.
Yeah.
You're covered in mud, and you're sweaty, and you smell. But you know why it's okay?
Why?
Because what these festivals are all about is suffering for your love of music.
All right, so shut up and sing already, would you? Can we hear just dance or something?
And I remember that I don't think I've got panties on here.
This is the key point. I don't think she's here right there. She said, I don't think I have panties on. She's getting off the bike right there. This is the key part. She realizes, she catches herself, adjusts, and realizes that she may be in a real revealing type moment here as she says, oop, I don't think I have panties on.
And I remember that I don't think I've got panties on here.
They cheered a lot louder for the mud than they did for her saying she didn't have panties on. Maybe they didn't hear her very clearly there. I don't know.
She said it pretty quietly.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that I don't think I've got panties on here.
Crowd's going wild. Was that a weenus?
Yeah, we love weenuses.
I remember that my favorite first festival experience was I was with Lady Starlight, and we were at a festival seeing Iggy Pop and the Stooges. And we both took our tops off and ran to the stage.
You crazy man woman!
And I saw him in a hotel in Paris.
Right.
And I was too embarrassed to go up and tell him.
All right, pipe down and sing Poker Face, would you please? I guess you can poke your own face when it comes down to it.
So I've been traveling all around the world, and I realized that there's only one thing that I really, really hate. Because hate's a very strong word, isn't it?
Oh, thanks. It's so deep. Yes.
Yeah. But I really, really hate money, honey.
Then give us refunds. Certainly had no problem taking the money for the ticket price, huh?
No, I bet not.
Right. And if the record label offered her some cash, I'm sure she would say, I hate money, get it away.
Right.
Great lead into her song, though, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely.
She's got a great voice, though.
She does.
She does. This is a real, true, talented woman who's going to be around for a long time.
Yes, he is.
Yes, it is.
Okay, there it is. Go to thetmanshow.com or wherever you have to go to see this video and come to your own conclusions as to what is happening under Lady Gaga's skirt.
Lady Gaga.
She's going to keep that name, you think, she's the whole time? She's that's her name?
That's her.
Well, if this...
It's not going to be Julia Smith at some point?
Whatever
her name
like
is.
Manly Gaga. I don't know. It's yes.
Mr. Gaga.
You got a question, Terry.
I
Looks
do.
like you're...
So, talking about this whole hermaphrodite thing, would either one of you guys, if let's say you guys were single and dating and you met some hot chick and all of a sudden you found out on a night that you're going to be intimate that when you went down there with the old hand and were fooling around, there was a little bit of
something that didn't belong?
Yeah. What would you do?
What do you think I would do?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Would scream and cover myself with the covers.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, but there was both. And
there was both.
It was just a small little wiener. It was almost like a birth effect.
Right. It's almost like there's just something that's... dude, turn on the light and go.
I'm sorry. I happen to like really feminine women, okay?
So if you feel
any
anything
trace
that's a little...
of a weenus, and I'll hand it over to the next guy. I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is you can't really tell. I mean, there's just something that's a little odd.
A really hefty cheeseburger?
Because I've never, I'm just asking because probably more than a few out there. And
I don't like drinking when I'm having sex.
Whoa!
It's not going to be myself. I ain't doing it to anyone.
That seems like a lot of work, too.
But even if you, I mean...
Are you that talented?
No. Okay.
Pumping away.
So I don't know what kind of inquiry this is, Terry, but I'm not comfortable with it.
Okay.
All right.
Even if it's just like a little small thing that wasn't really functional.
All right, let me get a couple of callers in real quick that have been dying to say something here. Josh, you got 30 seconds or 20 seconds. What do you want to say?
Yeah, man, I haven't seen the video, but this chick's just a total narcissist, man. I'm sure it's just a publicity stunt. You can Google image all kinds of pictures of her, and there's all kinds of stuff in her in tight outfits.
So you think this ties into everything she's been trying to fuel as far as speculation and stuff like that, and this was a planned thing?
Yeah, it just keeps her name out there like everybody.
Well, her name she doesn't need that at this point.
Right.
She's really reached heights that I don't know if a lot of people are recognizing. Jay, she's not some artist who's worried that tomorrow she's going to be yesterday's news. That's not where she's at right now. Jay, you're on the air. 20 seconds.
Good morning, T.
How are you, sir?
If this turns out to be true, I think she's not going to be a butterface anymore. You're going to have to call her a buttercup.
Okay. Have you seen the video, Jay, or no? Okay, he hung up. He's had a good line. And
he got it out.
Was it a good line? I don't think I get it or know it. What was it?
I don't know. PJ!
Yo.
Yes,
Hey, man,
PJ.
There's no way that's a penis, man. She's got a...
Did you see the video? You saw the video?
I didn't see the video.
All right, well, I've got too many people calling up who haven't seen the video who are, like, guaranteeing things.
Yeah, no way 9/11 happened. I never saw the video.
I know.
But actually did.
Go to thetmanshow.com.
Look at the
See
video.
the video. Come up with your own interpretation of what's going on under Lady Gaga's skirt. What's going on under Lady Gaga's skirt?
She's ready to put the lotion in the basket with her little buddy.
All right.
Hide that sucker.
And then let us know.
How are you, my little monsters?
Hey, this is Ludacris letting you know that my favorite song's on KUBE 93 right now.
Jason Derulo, what you say? What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. Young Money, every girl.
Only only on Cube 93.
So for my birthday, we were going to go see a movie at the Majestic Bay Theater in Ballard.
I called up the local movie theater to put a proposal up on the marquee for us.
We were walking up, and we were just going to go and run and get our tickets and then hang out and wait for the movie.
I told her the movie we wanted to watch wasn't playing, but how did that movie down there on the bottom of the marquee, how would she like to see that one? And it said, Jenny, will you marry me, Charlie? And I got down on one knee and I pulled out the ring and asked her to marry me.
I started freaking out because I was...
Texters at 97373, don't you know? Writing in about their interpretation of the Lady Gaga video that is now up on the T-Man show that has certainly fueled a lot of the rumors that were kind of here and there in a spotty fashion out there. Let's see what we got here. We got to change her name to Lady Tube Steak. It says here at 7:17 and 33 seconds. That's 7:17 and 33 seconds, dude. Somebody says, well, let's change her name to Lady Tube Steak. What do you think, Terry?
Wow.
Will that catch or no?
I don't think it'll catch.
Okay, I don't think she's going to change her name no matter what the results of this testing is. I mean, we got a lot of texters that are writing in all kinds of commentary. We took a bunch of calls on this. I think we pretty much got a little reading of the pulse of how the listeners feel about this video.
Yeah, I would say so.
And we did confirm this is video from the concert. What is it called again? Glastonbury. I keep wanting to say Glastonbury, but it's Glastonbury. Yeah. Glastonbury is a huge deal over in the London, in the England, seeing
right.
major, high-powered artists show up for this. I don't know if there's really a show in this country that can compare with that heavyweight. That is a real heavyweight lineup that they put together for that concert. Like Lady Gaga's on the second stage, and I don't know if she would accept second stage status for any concert around this area these days.
Yeah.
She's accepting second stage status, even though that's still extremely acceptable, and that's a large little bit
music
of
festival
status to be at. At Glastonbury?
Yeah.
Because you get, from Bruce Springsteen to, what acts were there?
Neil Young and Bruce Springsteen.
The heavyweights are the heavyweights.
They were each headlined a day. Mm-hmm. But I'd say Bonnaroo in Tennessee is pretty close to that. There's 13 stages at Bonnaroo. One's a comedy stage. In
Tennessee?
Yes.
And they
75,000 people went this year.
Snoop was there, right?
Erykah Badu and Snoop were there. It's just an eclectic mix of people.
But would you say
Bruce Springsteen headlined there too?
Would you say it's as big as Glastonbury?
I don't know.
It doesn't quite get there, does it?
I don't know.
It's the biggest thing in the States, but not as big as Glastonbury.
Probably not. Bonnaroo is a big deal. Like Kanye headlined one there, year there, and he got booed off the stage.
We also have Mariner tickets, Terry. Tonight for the Mariners. Tonight, that's all he thinks about. For the Mariners.
I stick my tongue down the whole Dippin' Dots thing, and they all stick to my tongue on the way out like an anteater.
Tonight is bobblehead night for Ken Griffey Jr., and they're giving away bobbleheads to the first 20,000 people that arrive. So there's
for Griffey, wow.
Yeah, there's
never been one, right?
Yeah, and you got to realize that Griffey's got to be a Hall of Famer, so you're getting your hands on a Hall of Fame bobblehead. So that's a pretty big piece of memorabilia.
And I'll be a bobblehead in the taxi on the way home. Half asleep.
So the speculation is because everyone wants to be one that gets a bobblehead, and there's going to be more than 20,000 people there tonight.
Absolutely.
No one wants to be shut out. That the people are going to show up for the game at around, now.
Right.
To make sure they get a Griffey bobblehead.
Yeah.
Nothing my mom loved more than riding the metro down 4 hours early to get a bobblehead.
Did she collect them all?
Oh my! I got them all.
Do you at home? Oh,
Ichiro.
Wow. Well,
and
there you go.
Ichiro will probably be a Hall of Famer in his own right, but it's not every day you can get your hands on a guaranteed first ballot Hall of Famers bobblehead. So they give them away to the first 20,000 people tonight. So those people that have tickets don't want to be shut out. You don't want to show up as the 21st or 20,001. So they're going to show up really early tonight. But that's not the tickets we're giving away for. It's not tonight's game. It's tomorrow night's game, which is singles night at Safeco. Single nights at Safeco.
Yeah.
Don't let the name mean too much to you. Bring your own contraception. It's singles night at Safeco.
Right.
All right?
Yep.
And there's been a lot of people that have met and had successful relationships. I mean, we're not saying we're eHarmony here, but anything. But anyway, we are giving away tickets. We have 4 pairs before the end of the show to give away. Cool. So between upgrading people to Escalades and giving away Mariner tickets, there's still a ton to do on this Friday morning.
You're rocking that Cadillac. You're rocking that Cadillac. say you're rocking that candy like.
The next chance to win is 810 with the T-Man.
Powered by Taco Bell.
Cube 93.
Honey, I'll start setting up the tents. Weekend of camping. Gonna be good.
It will be. Just the three of us.
3?
You, me, and the money we're saving with Geico.
You mean that stack of money with the googly eyes? Oh, hey. Hi there. Yeah, I didn't see you there. Why is he here?
How are you, my little monsters?
Let's see here. Who out there in this cash for clunkers world that we're living in would like to do it Cube 93 style? Who out there would like to hand in their hoopty, their jalopy, their clunker to Eric Flowers, give him the keys,
thank you,
and have him hand you back a brand new spanking 2010 Escalade? Who has yes?
Hey, can you give me a ride home really quick?
Let's find out, shall we? Jennifer is the first to call in from what I'm being told. Jennifer, is this you?
This is me.
What's up?
Hi.
Hi.
Just calling to see what color I was.
What color do you want to be, Jennifer?
93.
Okay, well, you work on that. Let's see. 206-421-9393 is the number to call. Let me go to whoever was second to call in. How about that? Let me go to Ashley. Ashley, you're on the air.
Oh, my God.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Nothing much. What's up?
Well, not much either here, I guess. Except I got a Cadillac Escalade just burning a hole in my pocket,
That's right.
Oh, we have
big Let me bother you, though.
Woo!
That is one of the responses, I guess, that would make some sense. Is there anything I can do for you, Ashley, or no?
And I call in 93?
No, you are not as well. You were caller 2, but keep trying. Keep trying. Let me go to Tiffany.
Hello.
Hi, Tiffany.
Tiffany's pretty smart usually, right? I mean,
she sounds more on the ball.
Yeah.
Already. And she hasn't even said anything yet. Hi, Tiffany. What can I do for you?
I would love to qualify for a chance to win an Escalade.
Wow, she's got it all down, too. Almost too much. Almost to the point where I rubbed you the wrong way.
Yeah.
Would you rub me the wrong way? Tiffany, what are you doing right now?
I'm working.
What do you do?
I work for an insurance company.
In what capacity?
I'm like the ops manager.
And what are you wearing?
Slacks and a shirt.
Wow, she is quick to answer.
She'll give herself a once-over. Slacks and a shirt. Yes. Not Lady Gaga gear.
No.
And do they appreciate you at the office? Do you care that they don't, or do they, or either way, or
they
you
appreciate
be what?
I run the show.
You run the show. How many men work in your office?
2.
And how many women?
Just me.
Just you. So it's you and 2 guys.
Yes.
Wow, sounds like a good start to a porno scene, Terry.
Wow, okay.
How often does it end in that fashion there, Tiffany?
In porno style?
Yes.
Never.
Never?
Never.
It's a shame.
She is good.
I'll have to drop in later this afternoon. Tiffany.
Yes.
What's your social status? You have a boyfriend? You single? You married? What's your story?
I'm single.
You're a single woman. Why single?
Why single?
So filled with personality.
It's an extremely long story. I'm actually in the process of going through a divorce.
Wow.
Divorce. How old are you?
I'll turn 25 in a couple weeks.
Oh, so you're 24. Going to be 25. Got married too young. It's so maybe a long but a very familiar story.
Yeah.
How long were you married? Besides too long.
A month and a half.
A what?
What?
A whopping month and a half.
Come on.
Wait a minute.
So we're
here.
getting an annulled, not divorce. We're getting
I wish.
Oh, whoa,
She looked into that.
whoa.
All right, so let's see if we can get the long story in the abridged version. You got married back. Oh, let's see. Let's look way back on the calendar to June.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
You got married in June.
I did.
And you were as happy as a bride in the blushing fashion can be.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, the day after, he knocked you senseless? What? He came home with...
Actually, the day after, basically just found out he was into stuff I didn't know about.
You caught him with his mom?
What?
Not quite.
Oh.
No.
How long did you know him before you guys, how long were you dating and such? prior
almost
to?
5 years.
And you just discovered some
Does
stuff?
that happen, though? Don't we hear about that happening? Like they wait so long to get
5
married.
years.
No, they wait so long to get married, and then when they do, it's over for some reason.
Well, maybe just because the
Something
marriage
about
wasn't
getting
all it was
married.
cracked up to be, but not in a month and a half. I mean, what do you find out in the month and a half post-marriage that you didn't find out in the 5 years that you knew each other?
You let your guard down a little bit.
What did you find out?
Some illegal activity.
Oh, please. And you didn't know anything about it at all in the 5 years? Well, if you were dumb enough not to figure it out in the 5 years you were dating, then you can't get the divorce that you're looking for. I'm sorry. You have to stay. Stick it out.
Is she trying to make it like he didn't do anything in those 5 years, or no? Or he just is this a
He
new
all of a
thing?
sudden took out a life of crime as soon as he said, I do?
I do. Now
Yeah,
I'm a
that's the
gangster.
thing that doesn't make any sense. 5 years, you had no clue, no flags, no nothing.
I do. Oh, I got an urge to knock over a liquor store.
Yeah, I know.
He murdered a family on their wedding night.
Right.
What did he do? What is he all of a sudden involved in that you had no comprehension about just a few months earlier?
Honestly, I don't know if I'm allowed to go into it with the divorce.
Give us a rough estimate
You
of,
don't know anyone's names or anything?
of what illegal activities he may or may not be involved in. Sex and drugs?
Theft.
Oh, theft and drugs.
And
You were with him 5 years, Tiffany.
I was.
You knew him since you were like 18, 19 years old.
This is true.
Remember when I thought Tiffany sounded smart earlier?
Yeah, you did
I don't
say
know.
that.
I may have to retract
I know.
And it
I
always
know.
the smart-sounding ones that turn out to be dumb as a wall.
It'd be different if we'd only been dating 6 months and he just swept me off my feet.
How does he feel about you divorcing him so abruptly after such a big and extravagant wedding, I'm assuming, that you guys had on whatever level?
Not happy, but understands.
Well, if he's such the criminal, then maybe you have to worry about your well-being since you're looking to get out of this marriage so quickly.
This is true.
She says this is like her saying this is true. This is like the fourth time she said this is true.
There's certain people in this world that love to say this is true. It bugs the crap out of me.
It all started with the mom on What's Happening. Remember that
Is
show
that
What's
right?
Happening with Raj and Rerun?
Of course.
Yes.
This is true.
She used to say it?
All the time. Anyway, I love that show.
Is she dead?
Mabel King? I don't know.
Yeah, she
I
passed.
think she is.
She was a big woman. Let's just put it that way.
That wasn't Esther Roll?
No, Esther Rolls from Good Times.
Oh, okay.
You're getting
Mabel King's dead.
You're getting your big black mamas mixed up.
Yeah. Ooh, you in trouble?
That's she was awesome. Yes.
Yep.
The way
Mama!
Raj had a real hard time with that sister.
Oh, she was a pain in the ass.
Back to you, Tiffany.
Rerun dead also.
So what are we going to do about you?
Give me a chance to win an Escalade, please.
Well, I certainly can make you one of the qualifiers.
I would
But this lunch at Taco Bell, you're a single woman now, which rudderless, without a direction now that you've
I
been...
won lunch at Taco Bell?
Now that you've had your life turned upside down. Yeah, sounds so shocked. How are you going to figure out who to take with you on this free lunch?
I will probably take whichever one of my friends asks first. I'm not too picky.
Wow.
What are we-
Obviously, you're
what's,
not.
What's missing here
what are we
that
doing
she's
here?
not telling
What's
us?
going on?
Yeah,
There's something that she's not telling us. Like she found she's with some other guy. I don't know, something,
Seems
some
a
part of the
little odd.
equation that she has conveniently omitted.
It's like a song and dance going on right now, and I don't know what it is.
You dated,
Well, song and
you
dance.
dated a guy 5 years. You got married in June. You can't wait to get out of the marriage now.
Because you just discovered some new things about him that you never knew before.
The knight in shining armor turned out to be a downright low-life skeezing bastard.
Right.
Drugs and theft.
Drugs and theft.
But isn't there something to what I said? If you didn't figure it out, if you weren't bright enough to put the pieces together in the 5 years you were dating, you don't have the right to try to go out and get divorced after a month and a half?
Gotta tell you, I don't quite agree with that.
She should have to, there should be a clause that she has to now put in at least 2 years' time.
Or you could do it in prison. Right? Don't you think that'd be a good idea?
Yeah, maybe she's involved and she's just trying to conveniently, throw him under the bus while getting herself shifted out of the picture here. Is that possible, Tiffany?
Not even a little bit.
Can you face the jury when you say that?
Yes.
All right, well, you qualify, all right?
Thank you.
Way to go, Tiffany.
And we wish you well in your new life as a single woman at age 24. Let's be honest, at age 24, your life is just
beginning.
Yeah, I mean, you
You're
shouldn't have
good.
gotten married you shouldn't have been involved at 19. You shouldn't have gotten married at 24. So now you're finally figuring it out.
Way to go.
Thanks to the drugs and the thefts, you got lucky here.
This is Correct.
She was about to say this is true.
She can't stop saying that. Why do people love to say that?
You already asked that question, and we didn't have an
why?
answer. We don't have an answer, obviously. We had answered a long time ago.
To the person that actually says it all the time.
Tiffany, do you look good? Are you an outright disaster? What's the story as far as what you're bringing?
I don't think I'm the ugliest person in the world.
And who would that be in your estimation?
Oh, jeez.
Don't you dare.
I can't even think of someone fast enough. I'm sorry.
All right, so you're not the ugliest person. How close are you? Closer to the best-looking person or the ugliest person?
I would assume maybe in the middle, but a little on the better-looking side.
She's trying to sound ridiculously humble here.
This is true.
You guys are so bad.
And body, how we doing on the body situation, on the body front?
I have a cute body.
Sound like you're questioning your own answer.
Judge Judy would say, you asking me, you're telling me.
You have a cute body or you have a cute body?
I'm 5'3" and about 125 pounds.
Oh, she wants us to do the math. You figure it out, T-Man. I don't want to brag.
Only married a month and a half. Couldn't have gotten too fat.
This is true.
This is true.
Yeah. We should have looked her up 3 months in, but she's not going to get there. Anyway, Tiffany, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
You are part of the way to getting... What are you driving right now?
Toyota Corolla.
Anything as long as it's in the opposite direction of her husband. Okay,
Right.
Toyota Corolla, and she wants to turn that Corolla into an Escalade. Wouldn't that be nice? To start her new life off.
That's right.
I mean, it's a completely new life that she's starting. Doesn't it make sense that she starts it with one of the best cars out there? Right, Tiffany?
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
It's a short list of people that have a divorce under their belt at 25.
I know.
After a month and a half marriage.
Wow.
There's still something really missing in this whole story that she's throwing us.
She's omitting something.
But I don't have the time. She's either omitting or conveniently not adding something.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to hear her husband's side of the story.
You mean?
Your husband. You remember him, Tiffany? The man you promised to love, honor, and cherish till death?
Yes.
Or a month and a half.
Please tell me you didn't have a huge wedding and you didn't...
Did you have a really big wedding or no?
Spend 80 grand on it.
Huh?
Was it just for the gifts? Is that what it was?
Well, you're in that
Just for
window,
the,
so
you just
send 'em
needed a Belgian waffle maker? Is that what it comes down to, or what?
It was a panini grill.
Up and
That's what she needed.
Love
that you'll never use.
Something sassy and sexy about the way she,
like her, huh?
her personality is flaunted on these airwaves, Terry.
Yeah.
So if you were to ask the husband, he'd say, I was into some theft and some drugs, and that's why.
Yeah, and how did you
Is that what
find
he's
out?
gonna say?
That's my
I don't know what he'd say, but I guarantee you it wouldn't be that.
Okay.
All right. He would have a whole side of the story that Tiffany's not telling us.
Tiffany, how did you find out?
I could go into it off the air. I don't really want
Are you
to.
definitely... Oh, she wants to talk to us off there. Are you definitely going to get divorced, or is there any salvaging this marriage?
Oh, no, it's going to happen.
It's all over but the drying of the ink.
Exactly.
So there's no counseling or anything you need.
He
You know, like
is a
marriage
drug
counseling.
guy and
Well,
a
people who are on
burglar.
drugs
What do you
can
want?
get help, Terry, by the way.
When did you find out? You got married a month and a half ago. When did you find out about this theft and these drugs?
Some of it came to light literally the day after the wedding.
Oh, please. This is so cliche.
Come on.
This is a bad Lifetime TV for women story.
Okay.
She needs to make it as long as possible, so she has to say the day after the wedding. She
All
can't say
right.
before the wedding, or she's an idiot.
5 years, no clues. All of a sudden, the day after the
Right.
wedding, a big red flag shoots up.
He stole a cherry
What
from
have I
Safeway.
done? Who have I married?
Right.
Come on.
back
right.
Sell it to Bender. Anyway.
He'll buy it.
All right, Tiff.
Thank you.
Okay. Pasty, get her MySpace or Facebook or something.
There you go.
Five,
I
three,
do.
one,
I want to
25.
know what the hell. How
Pasty.
did you find out?
Pasty, you got that? I know you're talking to someone else, but you can multitask and hear me while you're talking?
He's
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's better behind us. Anyway,
Yeah, I can't tell who's who now.
there's our morning qualifier.
Woo, congratulations, Tiffany.
You can stalk Taco Bell and hope to find her there. Or maybe she'll let us post her pictures, but she's a curious type, isn't she, Terry?
Very much so.
There's a lot of mystery with that woman.
5 years, and then all of a sudden the day after,
Started coming together the day after.
I know we just had a really nice moment, but I got some news to tell you.
Oh, no.
Really?
Drugs and theft is something that usually comes out of the blue.
I know.
Right.
Do you know that your husband or your boyfriend is capable of something, or you're just...
Yeah, because guys aren't that good at hiding it.
I mean, I'm thinking, is this a visa thing? I mean, what's going on here?
But still, yeah. I don't know.
Her MySpace is private? Well, tell it on private or privates.
Facebook.
People still on MySpace?
We're friends now with her. Man, she want the car or not?
How is MySpace doing these days?
Oh, MySpace is a dinosaur.
Is that right?
Anyway, oh yeah. MySpace is the forgotten site.
Yeah.
Facebook is now the 4th biggest site in the world.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The top 3 are?
It was just in the news this week. And then it got shut down yesterday by hackers. So you do the math. Anyway.
What are the top 3?
I don't know. You think I have the answers, but I don't. All I saw was the headline that Facebook became the 4th biggest site in the world as of this week.
Wow.
All right?
That's really something.
Mm-hmm. And you're still refusing to be on it.
Yeah.
You and my wife.
Can't do it.
All right.
Does your wife text
Stick
you?
to your guns. You two are so cool by
we're way
just
cooler.
rebuffing all the trends.
I stayed away from MySpace, and how do you feel about MySpace now? I told you it was dumb 3 years ago.
Well,
you think it's dumb
you
now.
were on and then you got off. You started out on MySpace.
For its time, and its time was, between 04 and 07. For its time, it was a beautiful thing.
Okay.
And now we've made the transmission to Facebook and Twitter.
Okay.
All right? We're all good.
Some say I might be on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I may have already tweeted in my life.
You have a Twitter account?
Well, I don't want to know.
Hey, yo, this is Sean Paul, the girls, I'm overall, man. And my favorite song on Cube 93 right now has to be
Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling.
Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spin it up.
Duro, Ice Cream Paint Job.
Ice cream paint job. Only right here, man. Cube 93.
Happy couples are still getting married, but some just aren't up for a diamond engagement ring right now. That's fine by us. We just hope they do it the E.E. Robbins way, which means no cookie-cutter mass-manufactured rings. Just cool, super unique, handcrafted wedding bands from boutique designers. The kind of bands you won't find anywhere else, starting at only a few $100s. E.E. Robbins, the engagement and wedding ring store. 3 locations and online at eerobbins.com.
I had a great idea at work yesterday. So, I gathered my A-team to meet online using WebEx. I passed the ball
to Carol in Atlanta, and I created some killer graphics. Then I passed the ball to
Taz in San Jose because I write the code that makes their ideas work online. Then I pass the ball to
Logan in Cambridge. I'm kind of the keeper of cool. And hey, it was cool.
So now my idea wasn't just an idea. It was our hot new product line, created by our national development team.
Spread across 3 time zones.
And we couldn't have done it without passing the ball.
Using WebEx, the only way to pass the ball online.
Pass the ball. Get your ideas rolling. Go to WebEx.com and try WebEx free. Just click the radio graphic and enter promo code KUBE to get a free trial and a free retractable VoIP headset. Remember that code, KUBE. WebEx from Cisco. WEBEX.com.
The average adult can hold their breath for just over a minute. Enter McDonald's new Angus Third Pounders with juicy 100% Angus beef and exquisitely prepared toppings like crispy bacon and sautéed mushrooms. Savoring one properly cannot be accomplished in less than 17 minutes. Make no mistake, at some point, you're going to have to breathe. Angus Axiom number 8, awaited with bated breath. Savor one of 3 new Angus Third Pounders. Only at participating McDonald's.
Hey, man. Hey. You've been drinking McDonald's sweet tea.
What?
Are you having a good time?
Text messages rolling all morning long, Terry, as you know, at 97373. Don't you know? That's 97373. Don't you know? And let's see what we got here. We have at 59 and 16 seconds. Somebody writes very simply, are you ready for some football? This weekend I'm not going to watch, but yeah.
The fact that it's actually starting is pretty cool.
Doesn't hurt.
An organized game.
Although it does bring about the end of summer feel.
Right.
I'm
not ready for summer to end.
As is the weather. Going from...
no.
How abruptly has it changed from 103-degree temperatures to 64 high?
When it was 103, I thought I never would be cold again.
Mm-hmm.
Much less 2 weeks later.
Let's see here. What else we got? 8:48 and 27 seconds, dude. Somebody writes, I would stop watching American Idol if Ryan Seacrest left. Just to answer your...
Oh, wow.
what I thought might have been a rhetorical question, I guess they answered, and answered in a way that probably catches you off guard, Terry.
Yeah, I was just trying
Ryan Seacrest's departure would have them lose this person as a fan. Whoever called in the 206-300 exchange. Let's see, 8:48 and 15 seconds, dude. Somebody writes, the speculation of the morning is that J-Lo is going to take over for Paula Abdul, writes one listener who is trying to let us in on the scoop here. The name du jour is J-Lo.
Okay.
Not the biggest stretch in the world. I mean, J-Lo is certainly...
She knows the industry.
She's a mom of
definitely.
2 now, right?
Yeah,
she
got
certainly has the clout.
She's got the
And
chops.
then some.
Yeah.
She's almost overqualified to be in that role amongst the names that have been bantied about.
Right.
She is credible. She's been heavyweight in the industry. She's got name recognition up the wazoo.
She's not doing much right now. Just being...
She's got a big wazoo.
Yeah, she does.
And she's got time on her hands. She's not burning the candle at both ends by any means. She is a mom.
I don't see that happening.
And she is the type that wants to convince you how happy and content she is as a stay-at-home person.
Well, I mean, Mark just threw her big 40-year-old birthday bash.
She's not going on the road with those guys. From city to city to look at a bunch of douchebags that walk in trying to be funny. No way.
Will she be willing to look at the bunch of douchebags from city to city? That, I guess.
Nope.
I get the feeling like they're trying to sell us already in Paula's absence that it's gonna be a revolving door kind of judge situation.
I bet it will too. We'll probably save them money too.
They don't have to sign anyone to any full-term deal.
True. Save some money there.
Just pay by the week, pay by the hour.
Yep.
Let's see what else we got here. Do you realize that gay phone operator looks just like Jim the Anvil Neidhart from the old school WWE?
Wow.
Speaking of gay phone operator, by the way.
Yes.
Earlier this morning.
Is he still on?
Well, I got
He's right there.
Is that Hammy on the line, or who's on the hotline? That's Ham Sandwich Man? I don't have his theme. Hammy, how are you? Remind me to...
I'm chilling like a villain this morning. You heard me out here like 17, 16 all the way.
Oh. And what's the dog in the background? How does that factor in?
Wow.
How does that factor into the equation of where you're at this morning, Hammy?
Oh, because somebody else is walking across the street with a pit bull, and I'm next to a yard. They got 6 pit bulls in it, so the pit bulls I can,
How are you adapting from the 100-degree temperatures down to the 60-degree highs that we're seeing this week?
Well, I'm kind of depressed, but if I had the power just to blow the clouds in another direction so that sunshine can hit me, I can be in a much better situation that I am. But in the meantime, I'm kind of sad over some sad news I heard.
And what's that?
That you leaving?
Well, I mean, you didn't just hear that over the past couple of days. I announced that like a month or two ago.
Right, but I never heard it, but I've been hearing guys telling me that, the T-Man is leaving, but I was like, blah,
you didn't
blah,
believe
blah.
it. Well,
I didn't believe
you
it.
expected me, you're like amongst a lot of other emailers and people I've talked to, like you expected me to be here forever, right? You didn't think the day would ever come where I'd want to do something else.
Well,
it sounds like a yes.
Because 10 years, 12 years passed by so quick, I still feel like you still got a few more years left in you out here.
And I think if I stayed, that would be the case. But
if you had to do it, you could do it.
Right. I'm not saying I can't do it anymore. I'm just saying I'm not really interested after 14 years, by the way, of making it number 15. I feel like this is the perfect time to pass on this show to... I've given my endorsement to Eddie, but that's their decision to make as to whoever gets this show. I hope it's Eddie and Karen, but we'll have to wait and see. But I have thought about this for years back, and I've always kind of been lured back in, and thankfully so. I've had a great time here. But this is the year that I don't want to hear any offers or any attempts to lure me back in. I think it's the perfect time for me to move on. I'm not going to just sit around and do nothing and be a recluse all my life. I need to be out there. I need to be on the streets. I need to be, doing what I do, but just on a different level, in a different, situation.
Gain 50 pounds, shave your head, and hide up in a cabin somewhere.
That dog effect in the background is almost like a sound effect. It's like in perfect rhythm. It's like almost looped. That dog is like, you can mark time with that dog. Every 3 seconds, the barking.
Well, everything is pretty understandable. You only got one life to live, so you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what it is, from my perspective.
Hammy, I don't think this is the last we'll ever speak, okay? Let's just put it that way. Gay phone operators feeling the same way. A lot of these nostalgic moments, and that's what I want to stay away from, Terry.
I know.
I'm not good with this stuff. I don't want to be good with this stuff. I don't want to try to be good with this stuff.
Goodbyes.
I don't want any goodbyes.
Let's have a party.
I don't want these conversations. I just want to... One day in the last segment, I just want to say, oh, by the way, that was it. See you later.
Yeah, have a great day.
That's how I did it on my last show, by the way.
Oh,
At
really?
the end of my sports show. Yeah, that was only 5.5 months long, and this has been 14 years.
Well,
but on the last day of the last show, I said, oh, by the way, this has been my last show. See you later.
My time is pretty short because maybe on this month, on the 17th, I have to turn myself in, and I won't be getting out until December.
Oh, jeez. Again, Hammy.
Oh, when do you turn
Again?
Well, you know, it's either house arrest or jail time.
And you'd rather do jail time?
Well, I can't find house time.
You can't find a house to do house arrest.
Right.
You do have to technically have a house
Yeah, you do.
to do house arrest.
You can't pick a phone booth.
Hammy would love to do house arrest, but he's missing the house.
What about Questfield? Can I just sit here for two
I'm not
months?
from this state, and since I've been here, everything has not worked out to my advantage either.
So you got to go in for like 4 months?
That's it.
Yeah, but they may let you out in like a month.
Is it the same amount of time, Hammy? So is it 4 months either way, or is it less time?
4 months straight up and down, no shortcuts around the 4 months.
But 4 months in
But it's
jail,
not is it federal time?
No, it's just a county time.
All right, so they could let you out early.
No, okay, well, let's rearrange it. It's 6 time, and you do 4 and 6 then. 6
I see.
months.
but I'm wondering if you did house arrest, would it be a shorter sentence?
Right.
No, it'll still be 4 months.
Okay, well then, yeah, I may as well just go to jail. You get three squares a day. What do you want?
Yeah.
And you probably
Insurance,
you may even like the environment better of being inside than being under house arrest where you are exposed to limited amounts of people, right?
Well, either way the cut go, it's going to be gutted to the bone gristle anyway.
You don't have the worst time in the world the times you've been in, right? You have a good time with the people and the community, no? Or yes?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't love it. I'm not saying you're dying to go in, don't get me wrong, but you don't mind it as much as the person who's like, I'll never want to go to, you get along with everyone, right?
Right, correct. So
Got
either
some
way
homies
the
in
cut
there.
go, it's still going to be a smile and not a frown from me. Either way
There
the
you
cut
go. Perfect. Great attitude.
I mean, you missed the roadkill that you love to take down on a regular basis, but you can improvise, right?
Oh, geez.
Right, I can punch the pack.
We'll leave it at that.
But in the meantime, I was just pretty sad that you was leaving, and that was the saddest thing I
Well,
heard.
as I said, in my last job, when I just sprung it on the last segment of the last show, people were concerned, where is he going? And I wound up somewhere else. You never know. All right, Hammy?
For sure.
All right. Take care, my friend. Sounds like he's very sad, Terry.
Yeah.
I don't want to make people sad.
I know you don't. But, people feel that you need to be here forever.
What were you going to say about gay?
Karen Wilde is rubbing it in to gay phone operator of how he's about to have midnight strike and he's going to turn into a pumpkin.
What?
Once
Stop it.
the T-Man show is done on KUBE 93. And that's what I'm saying.
Did you call him a pumpkin?
Yeah, it's kind of ironic that he's got red hair and he's shaped like one. But, and I'm sure she didn't lose sight of that when she used that as the analogy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we got a text here in the studio earlier this morning. I don't know if you were listening earlier this morning, Terry?
Yeah,
in the
was.
6 o'clock hour?
Yeah.
Oh, were you? Well, that's nice of you.
so.
She wasn't.
We had gay phone operator come calling into the show. Actually, he was
Oh, my
complaining on Tari Cam. Is he on Tari Cam right now?
Yeah, and he said Karen Wilde can F off.
Okay, wait. We haven't even gotten into what the details of this little squabble is. Earlier this morning, Gay was complaining that when Karen was filling in for you, Terry, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week,
Yes.
that she never turned on Terry Cam / Karen Cam.
Correct.
Because it's not her thing. She
Right.
doesn't feel comfortable with people staring at her boobs and staring at her and making all kinds of comments, both positive and negative. And that's what you deal with when you expose the audience to you sitting in front of the computer for 4 hours of the show. So I had heard from emailers from Tuesday on that, hey, why aren't we able to punch up Terry Cam? It's not on. That's the way I listen to the show, blah, blah, blah. Can you make something happen for me, T-Man? And I weighed out the options of either forcing, I knew I either had to force Karen to do something she wasn't comfortable with.
Right.
She's not into Karen Cam. Or I would just have to say, all right, she's nice enough to fill in for Terry during a time where Terry had to leave in a quick moment to go tend to your sick mom, and hopefully that's going to be all good.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
And I'm appreciative of Karen coming in and doing her thing, and she does it really well, and I'm just going to let it slide.
Sure.
I'm not going to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
So some people can't listen. Big whoop, like I care at this point. Anyway, so Gay was really pissed at me that I didn't force Karen to stick on Karen Cam right in her face when she's not comfortable with it. And Gay then came on this morning, and he made it clear that Karen is very sensitive, like he should speak. She's got thin skin, blah, 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 that she can't take the criticism of people making comments about this, that, or the other thing. And she owes it, and so do we, owe it to the audience to give them that availability to those that can't listen to the classic radio show in its radio formation.
Sure.
And they listen through the internet. So he called her names, and he called her this, and he called her that, and apparently she heard about it. She was either listening or she heard from people, and she responded to a text message that says the following.
Oh, boy.
Gay phone operator, get a life. I'm so sorry the clock's about to strike midnight for you, and you're about to turn back into a pumpkin. No more gay phone operator, just plain old Christopher.
Oh, boy. Wow. No one likes to be plain old Christopher.
No, that's
And obviously she's alluding to the information that when my contract's up in the next couple of months, that gay phone operator will not be welcomed probably by any show that follows. Definitely not Karen and Eddie, I get the sense.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
If she's making that little text comment, I get the strong feeling, one that likes to make a safe bet, that Karen and Eddie are not going to welcome gay phone operator with open arms.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
And she's having a little fun in taunting him that he's going to turn back into Mr. Irrelevant, Mr. Christopher and Mr.
Oh, my God, he's going off.
Mr. Pumpkin.
He is the pumpkin man. do you know him?
Is Gay able to call in right now? Because
Yes.
I can get Karen on the line easily.
No, he's able to.
Can Gay call in right now so we can have this out right now? We can hash out all these.
Gay can't control his swearing, though, is the
Right,
problem.
he's having an
I'll
issue.
worry about that. If he feels the need to swear, I hope he'll keep it to a minimum, but I will be over the dump button. All right? Like, I'm really worried. So if Gay can call in, I know he goes to work earlier nowadays. Oh, he's home right now?
He's on cam.
Oh, if he's home.
He says he can't call.
Oh, screw that. He's got to call.
Call him.
Oh, I'll call him. Let me call him. I didn't know he was home. I thought he had to go to work
he's
early.
on cam.
I thought he could be on cam at work.
Oh, I'm sure he took a personal day. Those come very often with him. Robert John.
Get me Karen on the line, please. Get me the lovely Karen Wilde, please, as I listen to Robert John.
Yeah.
Why are you home?
Because I have things to do.
And work ain't one of them.
You took a sick day again, didn't you?
Oh, man.
You're so sick. Sick over the knowledge that you are with the clock ticking of being turned back into the pumpkin that Karen thinks you are?
Yeah.
You going to take that little snipe at you lying down or what?
Just because no one listened to her lame-ass show when her and Eddie were on the air for the month that you were gone, most people willing to give her a chance, no, they listened for maybe 1.5 days and turned off.
Listen, you don't think that any new show, like when I took over for Charlie and Ty 14 years ago, that it took us time to find our own audience? Is that a fair comment to make? That is an unfair comment, and you know it. Maybe you don't know it, but you should know it.
But you know what? When the first day it doesn't catch your goddamn attention, you're going to turn it off.
Not your attention, but plenty of people like
maybe it didn't catch your attention, but it's a subjective thing. Now, why don't you welcome Karen Wilde to the show with the open arms that only you can present to her, gay phone operator?
Good morning, Karen Wilde.
Good morning, hypocrite pants.
Hypocrite pants?
Hypocrite? How am I a hypocrite?
Oh, let's talk about how you were backstage at Summer Jam, and by the way, not the real backstage, because you weren't allowed back there.
No, I wasn't allowed because you know the lame-ass people at the station. That's what.
Okay, so you were locked in the backstage area where we put people we don't want to give real access to. And you came crying to me because you were talking
Second-class citizen!
about how you like me so much.
No, I didn't. First of all, I didn't come crying to you. Karen, what I said to you was I apologize if I hurt your feelings because the first day of the show, when I heard your lame-ass show, I made a comment on Tari's Facebook that said, Terry, I miss you guys so much. I don't like what I'm hearing. And then you sent me a pissy little private message that said, don't you realize I can see everything you put on Terry's Facebook? Yeah, I do. And you know what? What I heard was something that was different than I heard for the last 12 years, and I didn't like it. And I expressed my opinion. I did
Like, that's a surprise. I love a good Friday fight.
I say, don't listen. They're crap. Don't go there. You better not listen so that they don't get picked up. No. I said I didn't like what I liked.
It doesn't sound like you're about to get an invitation to the Eddie in the Morning Christmas party, by the way.
I don't think so, yeah.
Be on the air.
Oh, I can take plenty. Plus, we have plenty of people listening, including my supportive family, which you don't have.
Wow! A family-less man!
There's plenty of people that listen to you and say messages saying, hey, what's going on? Why are you taking more breaks than T-Man did when he's on? And you responded with, give me a chance, give me a chance. We don't take any more breaks than anybody else.
They don't.
True.
Oh, crap.
Right. Well, go ahead and live in your little world and come whenever T-Man's contract's up. Enjoy never coming to a Cuba event because I'm the one who signs off on the passes.
And that's the deal. I'm fine. I knew that this was my last event with the station, Karen, and I knew that, and I still got treated like crap. So you can take you and your pathetic-ass job and your pathetic-ass station and shut up your fat ass.
Oh.
And by the way, never ask me to introduce you to an artist again because I won't be doing it.
Yes?
No problem, Karen, because I won't go to anything you ever goddamn do.
Who did he ask you to introduce him to?
Please, tell me what flight you're on this weekend so I can watch the news, because I want to know when this goddamn crap. Okay? Please tell me.
Wow, that is just not necessary.
He's crying.
The woman is about to get on a commuter air flight, and you're a commercial airline, and you're rooting for it to crash just so you could feel a little bit of a retribution type moment, Gay? Is that really what you...
pissed on your bed in Vegas.
He's not done. He's got more.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me how hell feels when you get there, buddy.
Oh, destined!
It'll be like goddamn world, bitch. It is on Earth for you.
Oh!
Hey, Karen, who did he ask you to introduce him to?
Sorry.
Who did he ask you to introduce him to? I'm just curious what artist would do it for
The
him.
last one I remember was at the car show. He introduced him to Sir Mix-a-Lot to get a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And I did it so nice. I've always been nice to you guys. I don't understand where all this comes from. He's crazy.
I'm not crazy, and I've always been nice to you, and I made one comment on Terry's Facebook, and you started whining about it.
Oh, jeez.
Tell me I've ever been mean to you, please.
I never said you've been mean to me.
Uh-oh.
So why would you go on the air and talk nasty?
I feel a makeup coming.
I do, too.
No.
Because I said something to T-Man about Terry Cam not being on and was told that you didn't like it. Well, you know what? It's not about you. It's about the listeners and the people that come and listen to the show.
Well, that wasn't my assessment, really. To me, it was about Karen.
You're not the host. You're a goddamn fill-in. You don't deserve to fucking make a decision.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that's where the F word was going to come.
Swearing. He knows better.
Oh, look at his face.
He was on a roll, too. He had to swear and have us dump that.
I didn't have the passwords, and considering what Terry was going through, I thought it was a little trivial to ask her for the passwords to take.
Guess what? There's a Cube 93 room, you stupid bitch.
Okay.
That one open.
That's enough of that.
Doesn't need to.
You know, life, Chris, I hope that you find something outside of being gay phone operator, because it's quickly coming to an end.
But that's highly unlikely. Okay.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Karen knows how to get him, because that's what hurts the most, is the fact that he's going to go back to being fat redhead Chris, and he hates it.
And when people ask him about the GPO, he'll have to say, well, I used to be.
Right, because he has a license plate and a tattoo.
Hey, didn't you used to be gay phone operator? I still am.
Oh, man. He's like Screech walking around. Wait a minute. Weren't you the nerdy kid on Saved by the Bell?
Well, let's brighten things up for a second.
It is Friday, right?
It is
Friday. Let's give away a pair of Mariner tickets for tomorrow night's game against the Rays for singles night. If you are, especially for those who are looking for that soulmate that has eluded you all these years. Maybe they'll be in the bullpen on Saturday night.
Gay needs a soulmate. Needs something to do.
421-9393, and we'll find someone right after these words.
Hey, what's good? This your boy Flo Rida, and my favorite song on Cube 93 right now have to be
Kid Cudi.
I make it say,
Yeah.
when I
Best I ever had.
best I ever had, best I ever had.
Cube 93.